It's week 6 of the NFL. And up next is this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We can hardly wait for the start of this one under the lights on Thursday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
2nd and 6. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's to Bowers once again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more left.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. You look at this Patriots defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Up the middle they go. Posey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. You can look at this Patriots defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Daniels. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Leonard down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take it.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back to throw now on 1st down. Short throw caught by Bowers. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. And they'll get this into the hands of Huntley. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Up the middle they go. Posey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New England's offense set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Daniels. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll try the left side. Posey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 14-0 the score. EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Daniels looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll come on for his fifth kick of the night. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll try the left side. Posey fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Posey. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. To the air goes Daniels. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 12. And the Patriots first down.
On first down, Leonard. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground.
Posey, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And some room to run now. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And
now a loose football. The ball comes out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
New England's offense set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Posey.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Patriots take over.
New England trying to get to place on offense.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
To throw is Daniels. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Eluding the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards to go, second down.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Back to throw again.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Leonard. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. We'll highlight the one down in Tampa, a big test for the Bucs at home as they'll take on the visiting Carolina Panthers.
good games in the late afternoon as well. One being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The Pats at the line ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Leonard, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
Ball start, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Daniels firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 138 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, 1st down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. Not as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Able to slither by. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The 71 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Daniels.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action, now it's Daniels.
And that is incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. Posey. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ball start, offense.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So the Patriots coming out now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
They go play action. Daniels.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now Daniels. Over the middle, Harrison.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Up the middle they go. Leonard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now they run the option on 2nd down.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Daniels.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this into the hands of Huntley.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
To the air goes Daniels. Going right side here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Daniels throwing middle, and it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 7. First down, New England.
Here's the option. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
Right side, he has Johnston.
7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. To throw is Daniels. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Daniels. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
Offense.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try the left side. It's Leonard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 158 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll look to throw again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England's offense set to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Posey, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd down and 6 now.
Up the middle they go. Posey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Breaks through the contact.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. That's Leonard. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try and run the option.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the home team here, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.